What's going on, everybody? We are up in Neenah, Wisconsin at an affiliate yard, picking up a truck that's pretty close to the one we just sold. I got to get this truck and this plow onto that trailer, drop the pintle down, drive over all those cribbing blocks, and build a new trailer connector. Fun. I'll give you the 5-second tour of the stuff we bought first. That's neat. They're giving me a chain. How nice of them. Man, this plow looks like it's been used once. Very nice. Cool thing is I've got a brand new set of the LED, what is it? RT3? No, it's the mount style. SL3 LED lights for this, and these SL2s can go on my spare. Then here's our truck. That last one we sold was super nice, but fuck. This thing puts that one to shame. Now we've got 4-wheel drive. We've obviously got a plow mount. Gorgeous rig. Got my plow controller. Here's the craziest thing about these trucks. No AC. Absolutely wild. But we're gonna start messing around with this trailer. Show you what we got going on. All right, so problem number one, you see the trailer sitting level. You see the truck's at the best case scenario. That's our difference. We can't have this thing buried going down the highway. So first things first, we're gonna drop this pintle all the way down. And then I think at that point we're gonna have to get loaded and do the rest of this off site. Unfortunately, I forgot that this company uses like semi whips for their trailers, and I don't have one. So the first 5 or 6 miles of this journey is going to be no lights, no brakes. In full and complete transparency, I looked through all of these other units and there is not a one plug. So looks like we're going to actually have to do something for real. But it's exactly why I drove this thing instead of my regular pickup, because I just assumed anytime with a new trailer, there's always a problem. Oh, I should also mention, this is not mine. A buddy of mine picked up this trailer, and it just happened to be same auction, same day. So I pretty much told him whoever schedule frees up first is going to go pick both of them up. So this isn't mine, so I'm doing all this for not even my benefit in the long run. All right, that's a little bit better. But by the time the truck sits down, 10 tongue weight, should we raise it on the truck side too? Would be the right thing to do, wouldn't it? All right, fine. So our next problem is that doesn't want to move. So we need to do that in order to tilt the trailer, which hopefully the trailer will tilt. So I like using my own shit. All right. Well, 36-inch pipe wrench. It's the only thing that's just saved my ass getting the pin free. So now the tilt part is loose, but it won't tilt. My guess is with this shit that's on here, this trailer was probably carrying reels of power line or something, and it hasn't tilted in 20 years. So that's got to go up so that can go down. You know what we're doing. If I told you how I just loaded this motherfucker, you wouldn't believe me, so I gotta show you. I drove down in the ditch and just fucking sent it. Oh yeah. Oh, fucking A. All right, so it's on. My truck is fucking sitting high in the front. We have way too much tongue weight. I got like 3 feet to move back without interfering really with those pieces of wood. I wish I would have put the camera out, but I was just, at this point, I've been at this for a while. Gonna pipe wrench here, get this trailer sucked back together, and then I'm gonna see if either of those derrick diggers have keys in them, because I don't know how to get to that plow because it's on the far side of the crane, and the winch doesn't work on the crane, so all I have is boom up and down. I don't have any actual winch pull, so I really wish they had a fucking forklift or something here. All right, let's get to it. Two hours later, we are loaded and ready to go. Plow's chained, truck's chained. Trailer's sitting about as level as I could ask for. Truck's okay. I mean, I got 1,000 pounds of plow off the back end. Oh, remember in the last video I was telling you this company writes down all the shit? I don't know if you can read that. Replaced at 220, 20 something, 11, whatever. It's got a new rear end in it. So I'm assuming with the amount of fluid everywhere, there's a crack in the transfer case somewhere, probably caused by that bad double cardan joint. As from what I remember, that's usually what takes them out. But yeah, outside of that, really nice truck. 6 new tires. This will be a good unit. I don't know if I'm going to take the plow mount off of it or not. I probably will. That won't fit on here. Not that I'd plow with this anyways, but if I was going to buy another truck, I've been thinking about it. if I was going to do that, it would be one of these, either a crew cab short bed or an extended cab long bed, 250 single wheel, obviously. Gasser. I like these 6.2s. So, just been running into issues lately with me and my wife both fighting over my gray truck. She shows horses, so that thing's usually MIA on horse show weekends. So let's hit the road. I gotta find a place to get myself an electrical connector now. All right, stopped at a truck dealer, got a whip, and then at Fleet Farm now, I either needed an adapter from RV7 to Round 7 or a female Round 7 to make my own. But they had the adapter, the whip. I guess I could turn the hazards off on the truck now. Hopefully I've got brakes. Hopefully I've got brakes. And then, yeah. Oh, the 6-liter is doing 6-liter things. So, might have to drill a hole in the radiator cap to get us home. But I bought 2 more gallons of coolant and I got 2 gallons of water in here. So, we're going to just go ahead and hit the road. All right, good. At least it says it's doing something brake-wise. We'll figure it out here in the parking lot. This is what I get for being real happy that I made 10 grand on that last truck with no effort. The next one's gonna make me work for it. I feel trailer brakes. Let's turn it up a little bit. How about 6? Oh yeah, good enough. I'm gonna go more than 6, but at least it's doing something. Thank God I did not want to do this with no friggin' brakes. Time to hit the road. Catch up with you if we have any more tragedies. Well, we made it home. Quick side note before I forget, there was nothing wrong with the blue 6.0. I thought I was doing 6-liter things. Cooling system wise, it's fine. Long story short, there's a newer style coolant jug for those trucks. And the min and max fill lines are in the wrong spot. So you essentially need to treat the min line like it's the max. And there's a sticker there that's supposed to tell you that, but that sticker's gone. So I was topping the thing off, and essentially what it was doing was pushing like 3/4 of a gallon of coolant out, and then it was totally fine. And then I kept pulling over, smelling coolant, seeing it, topping it off, and just pretty much rinse and repeat. So I was on the phone with my buddy on the way back, and he pretty much said, stop. Like, you're not doing yourself any favors. If the truck was really hurt, you would know because it'd be overheating. No, none of that came of light. So that's all good there. I've hauled with it a couple more times locally. Nothing like that, but 10,000 pounds, and it's been totally fine. I marked the level of the coolant on the tank with a Sharpie, and it hasn't moved. But I will say, having done that trip with that truck, I'm not really sure if that truck's going to be the permanent keeper as far as hauling goes. It's great as a service truck. It's great for hauling little stuff around, but I need a backup truck that can do like heavy towing if need be. That complete kit with this truck and that trailer was probably somewhere around 17,000 pounds. And that's a lot for that truck stock. And for those of you that know 6 liters, you do one of two things. You leave them stock or you do everything. And it being a single wheel truck and the fact that it's really nice and I'm not going to want to drive it year round, I'm not sure if I'm willing to take that journey of doing everything. So let's take a quick look at this one and then we'll wrap this up. So it's been a couple of days since I got home. Pretty much I got this thing home. It was dark. My buddy that bought the trailer came. We ended up, I don't know how easy it picks up on camera, but that there's like a swell there where I pretty much was able to back the trailer up to the road and then just back this thing off right onto the street. It was fine. But that trailer gave me a lot of headaches. But in all fairness, it towed home just fine. I was kind of curious about how the tires and all that stuff was going to hold up, but brakes were fine, tires were fine, and on flat ground, we were able to hold 70 pretty easily without much concern. So let's take a quick look around at this thing. So I showed you underneath it the leak from the transfer case. I have not done any diagnostics with that yet, but I want to know if these trucks are stored inside or what their like maintenance or not, like storage, maintenance, whatever regimen is, number one. And number two, I'd really like to know where they hire their employees where they keep these trucks this nice. This truck's got 6 new tires on it. There's no scale on the frame. The utility body is still has a gloss to it. Usually these are pretty well faded out and just kind of oxidized. So it leads me to believe this was kept inside. As far as like options and everything goes, this truck's pretty much the same as that V10 as far as like the outfitting goes. It's the same crane, same utility body. Not really sure what they had in here. They were storing something. I don't know if it might have been a key for like shutting off like underground, like some sort of utility. I don't know. But like overall, it's pretty well identical. Like you saw earlier, the winch is not working on the crane. The boom operates, it spins as it should, but we have no boom or we have no winch function. Continuing to walk around. There's really nothing to point at on this thing, just in a bad way. This truck is absolutely gorgeous. And like I own and run Boss plows on all of our trucks. And there really isn't much wear. This part here is where all your weight rides. And like I could show you the one on my gray truck and it's wallered out pretty good just from years of use, and I don't do any crazy amount of plowing. But yeah, I mean, overall, this is one of the nicest trucks I've had in a long time. I think they do have them detailed before they sell them, and then you ruin it. Come here. But the other thing I wanted to point out with this truck and this fleet in general, these are the most oddly optioned trucks that I have seen come out of fleet use. We have pretty well as base can get. XL, crank windows. They do have cruise, which is not something you usually see. But the one thing this fleet does that I do not understand, I pointed this out earlier, no air conditioning. These trucks are factory equipped AC delete. Another weird thing is we have power electronic shift transfer case. You would think a truck that's as bare bones as not even having air conditioning would be a floor shift, because a lot of my far more optioned up trucks still have floor shift. Like, you can have one of these with like power windows, locks, cruise, air, heated mirrors, cloth seats, and still have a floor shift transfer case. And also the keys. Every one of these 2011 and newer trucks that I've had, excuse me, usually has like the key fob, but maybe they don't do that on these no power lock trucks. I don't know. I've never seen these keys on an 11 or newer, but maybe that's not as uncommon as I think it is. So let's start this thing up. No manifold noise, no engine lights. You could easily pass this truck off as having 24,000 miles, not 224,000 though. That's the craziest thing to me, is just how well preserved these are for fleet trucks. And I actually kind of kick myself that I haven't bought more of them, because they're not that far to go get. They're right on that cusp of like where I have things hauled and where I just go get it myself. But something like this is hard to get put on a hotshot truck just because of the weight. They usually like to be like 22 feet or less, which this is fine. But 8,000 pounds or less is like the other big thing that the hotshotters look for. That actually looks new. So we got a new master cylinder. Oh, here's another thing I wanted to point out. All of these 189, they have little stickers everywhere on these trucks for all the maintenance. They got plugs at 150. They got a battery a year and a half ago. It's a Motorcraft 36-month battery. I know earlier in the video you saw me underneath it. It got a rear end. They're just really, really good at maintenance. I know I did see it's got new calipers, new brackets, new pads, new rotors. I really hate that this doesn't have air, because if this had air, I would be very tempted to keep this in like as a replacement for the blue truck. It already has the plow setup, which is something I'd like it to have. I don't know, maybe I could deal with it not having air, but I think it's better to just sell it at this point. I do have a couple more coming this way from out west where the blue truck came from that would probably fit the bill for a replacement for that if I decided to sell it. So there's your nickel tour on this truck. Pretty much gonna follow the same practice of stripping all the decals, all the usual things, but on top of that, some mechanical work. This truck needs a transfer case. that extended cab Chevy needs a solenoid for the reverse, what the hell do you call it? Reverse accumulator solenoid in a 4L80, pretty common. And then all the way over there on the far side of the Prius, there's a single cab 04 that needs a complete trans replacement. I'm going to end up just selling that truck off as is. So I'm going to keep rolling out videos doing the typical buy sell, but then probably try and throw a couple of mechanical ones in there if possible. I just like what happened with this, where I just kind of hit a groove and I just have to get stuff done. Pretty much got this thing loaded and then cruised home, ran out of daylight, and it just wasn't conducive for filming. So I do a lot of stuff at night and it just makes it difficult. So we'll do the best we can. But thank you all for watching. If you're liking this content, trying to be a lot more consistent with it, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Tell me what you're interested in. Tell me what you want to see. Just in passing, you kind of see what's all in this yard. We can drag something out of the weeds, get it running. Different types of flips. I've had some people in the comments asking specific questions. So have at it, guys. Thanks all for watching, and bye for now.